Hello guys, hello, welcome back to your friendly neighborhood noob. Now, I'm here with Fallout 76. I could say that Fallout 76 has grown so much over the years, and I really appreciate them kind of holding on to this game and giving it the love that it deserves, because I love the Fallout franchise, and after last year when we had the Fallout TV series begin, and I will say I wasn't as big a fan as everyone else. I was like, yeah, it's alright. I loved the first episode and I loved the last episode. And everything else was just like, okay, it's okay. I think it's because I'm very much into, like, you know, I'm way too into Fallout. I love Fallout. It's one of my top... Fallout 4 is actually one of my top 4 games, like 5 games, I'd say. It's number 4, if you couldn't tell. Fallout 4 and number 4. But I know a lot of people complain about the bugs and stuff, but I've spent so many hours on it. So many hours. Do I think it's the most well-constructed story, Fallout 4? No, I think New Vegas had a better story. I much preferred Fallout 4 play-wise. But we're here with Fallout 76. This is what we're going to discuss. So let's get into it. Let's go. Let's play through as much Fallout 76 as we possibly can. Probably all the main stories. And yeah, let's go. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with all your friends. Don't forget to eat spaghetti. And let's get right into this. Hello there. Hello. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back to your friendly neighborhood noob. And we're here in our last episode. Our last episode of Fallout 76. I think by the end of this, by the end of all the talks, I'm going to give you an answer on whether I prefer Fallout 76 to Fallout 4. I'm sure people who know me will probably already know my answer, and those who don't know me you'll find out very soon. I can say overall I did enjoy playing this game. It was super fun. It was a lot better than the original. There are a lot of things that I was surprised by and I was happy with. The changes that went into this that I didn't expect, like obviously NPCs added, but we're going to start off by talking about the release. The release of Fallout 76. How did everyone feel about it, guys? Put in the comments below how you experienced the release. I'm going to be honest though, I was expecting so much from this game, and it was kind of disappointing. Like, just in general. Okay, so there was heaps of talk about it. Everyone was like, them doing an online thing was surprising. A lot of people were asking for like multiplayer when it came to Fallout 4, but like doing it with online was just a bit surprising. I mean, it's both online, multiplayer and non-online play. But you know what I mean, in the sense of like having people actually, what's the word? Right there in front of you at all times, staring at you. There's just something about that was different and rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. They were like, why not just bring out Fallout 5 for one? And it was called Fallout 76 because it's Vault 76. And I was like, well, it was Vault 11. Why didn't you call it Fallout 11? It was just the inconsistency, especially in the consistency in the type of games, the inconsistency in the type, just the style of game. I can say I was confused too. I was confused. I was a little like, well, what's the point of this? But I never thought of it like getting upset like a lot of people did. But I was definitely confused. I did buy the game outright. I did buy the game as soon as it came out, and I was like, yeah, I've got this. I'm gonna play it. It's gonna be amazing, you know? I wouldn't say I was correct. I bought it full price, and I paid the price because I was stupid and thought this is gonna be amazing. I trusted the company. I trusted them to do a really good job, and I've slowly learned that Bethesda is not who I saw as a kid. As like, well, I would say teenager, but still, kid. Yeah, they're not as good as I thought they were, and they're not as like focused on the fan base as I thought they were. And you could disagree with me, and that's perfectly fine. I'm not gonna like tell you you're wrong or not. Your perception of the situation is gonna be completely different to my perception, or maybe it's similar, but it is still your perception over my perception. Wait, is this a cooking thing? Is this a good thing? Yeah, we can do some cooking. But when it came out, it was, people rushed to make all the reviews, and I was surprised at how vigorously people were kind of ripped to shreds for some of their reviews, and we watched more and more of it, and I enjoyed a lot of the reviews myself. I enjoyed a lot of the reviews myself. So enjoyable. But no, I definitely didn't expect it to the same vitriol as like some other games. Like I wouldn't say that it was like, what's the word? What's the name? Redfall? I wouldn't say it was like Redfall. Redfall had some pretty bad reception. That was impressive. That was like impressive. But I wouldn't say it was like perfect either, at all, at any means. I think my first response going into it is boring. And I think that's the biggest crime you can commit as a video game, as a as a TV series, as anything, is just being boring. If you're boring, which I probably have been boring myself, then those videos are not going to get the looks, the likes, and the praise. I think the other thing, obviously, there was a big issue of bugs, glitches, all that, but that happened in other games. I can look past certain bugs and glitches. Oh, I didn't mean to come up here. I can look past certain bugs and glitches because, you know, the game is just so fun that I don't mind. Like Palworld. Palworld had a ton of bugs and glitches, and I didn't mind. Palia. I like Palia. It has a ton of glitches and bugs too, but I like it so much I'm willing to look past that. Obviously not forever, but for the time being, you know. So when it came out, bugs, glitches galore, everyone was reporting on it, posting it everywhere, laughing and basically making fun of them. But there was also the other issue of like, it was barren. No NPCs were there. We had no NPCs. There were robots, there were holographs, or whatever they were. Holographs. There were the holographs of, oh my, space things. No, there were holographs, holotapes, and notes, and journals. It just, you did a lot of reading. That's a big ask to ask gamers to read. And that was my biggest thing. You asked that of your gamers. How dare you? What the hell? The table's gone. I felt like, oh, there's an event going on now. You're entering an event arena. Oh, great. Sounds fun.
Unauthorized presence detected near Mount Blair train yard. Rioting will not be tolerated. Whole right mining company protection protocols have been engaged. Security units on site.
Oh, look.
Unauthorized personnel
Engage security battle bot.
immediately leave the area or else risk dire consequences. This will be your only warning.
Oh, so recruiter gutsy. But no, so it was the biggest no-no. It was the biggest, like, are you kidding me moment for me, was that. I could definitely see a lot of people, you know, being okay with the changes and being like, oh, but it wasn't that bad. Holy shit, this thing is crazy. Woo, woo, woo! In my opinion, it was that bad, though. It was exactly as bad as that, because I just got bored, and I returned the game. I got a... Oh, well, actually, I don't think I returned. I think I just gave it... I just traded it into my local games company thing, EB Games. And then I bought it for $8, like $10 when the reviews were tanking. Everyone was dunking on it. I then bought it for like $10 and found out it was on Game Pass. So I was like, oh, okay, well, that's great. That's great too, I guess. But overall, it was not looking good for the game. The game was not looking good. I'm getting closer to the event. Second thing I want to talk about is the what happened after, like what happened to Fallout 76. How are people enjoying it now? Show you everything. Give me what I want. Give me what you got. Yeah, when it came down to it, Fallout 76 did something that I didn't expect it to do. It continued. People actually continued playing. Things started to get better. They added NPCs. They added storylines. They had a main story. You know, we'll talk about how good the main story is, but they added the main story. Everything seemed to be going well for them. Like, it was a shock what had happened. What had happened from then to now. that was really the question. What had happened from then to now? And I don't know, they just decided we're not going to let this fail. This is Fallout. We can't let Fallout die because we want to bank as much money out of this as possible, this series. That's exactly what they did. They brought out the Brotherhood of Steel stuff, they brought out the Settlers and the Raider stuff, they brought out events, they brought out a whole bunch of things. They brought NPCs in. They've been currently doing battle passes, which, no, I'm not the biggest fan of battle pass. We'll talk about that in a second. But I do think that they've done stuff to try to improve the game a bit more and make it not feel like it was abandoned or people just, you know, gave up on it. They didn't. They didn't give up on it, which is nice. I personally don't know what I would have done in their shoes. I don't know if I would have stayed with the game. That's for sure. I don't know. But yeah, one of my favorite things is the Mothman Equinox, which we're currently playing through. And the new quests, the Brotherhood of Steel quests. I feel like the game didn't feel like the game because of the lack of all that stuff. Because of the lack of the Brotherhood of Steel, because of the lack of the Settlers and the Raiders, and like the lack of wasn't enough meat on the bone per se. But they added it, they really did, and it came with what, in my opinion, since we've now played through the entire story, was a decent story. It had bits I was like, if this is in it, I'm gonna love this bit, and it was exactly that. You know, we had a great end, big boss guy, and we had a conundrum of someone had to die. That was interesting too. That story had to end somehow. And yeah, I was not completely expecting it. I wanted it to happen, but I didn't expect it to happen. I felt like this was like a cop-out. Like a fake out. Like they were just like, oh yeah, we could kill them, but no, we won't kill them. We like this character. I'm like, no, kill him now, murder him all, murder them all. I'm very much murder all the characters if we can. I'm very much that. Murder all the characters, all of them. Whoa, what was that? What was that wave? Damn. Ooh, Legendary Destroyer. Oh, it was that thing. God damn. But yeah, I personally like the story. I do. I liked the little wink wink nudge nudge moments. I liked the interesting aspect of like the feud that was going on. The choices didn't really affect the thing too much, but it gave you different sets of dialogue. There was sets of dialogue which I enjoyed. I thought that was a nice touch. The NPCs really brought something to this, and I can say this is the game I wanted from the very beginning and finally got. I definitely enjoyed the feud that was going in Brotherhood of Steel while you're still attempting to be a good person and save everyone. It was just so dumb. And we're level 70. Awesome. And of course there was the stuff between the Settlers and the Raiders where you could choose either side and go either way. I mean, that was also pretty cool too. But at the end of the day, I was really happy. I enjoyed it. I really did. I actually enjoyed it, the storyline, more than Fallout 4. Because I felt like, yes, I wasn't influencing the world too much, but I felt like there was a resolve. There were interesting characters. There was actually stuff into it. And I didn't know whether to trust people or go with people or... Like, Night Shin, I wasn't too sure. Night Shin or Paladin Rahani, I didn't know which one to actually believe and actually be with. Because they both just seemed so insane. But then there was redeeming qualities to either side. And it was hard. It was hard. And just playing through some of the side quests, even those were just as rewarding, which is another thing that I liked about Fallout 4. So yeah, overall, I can say the story has evolved to a great place. As I'm recording this, they've had some great additions as well. And that kind of takes us into the Battle Pass. A great addition. Sure. The Battle Pass. Microtransactions. And other such things. Look, I've never been a big fan of microtransactions. I do think that it makes sense in free-to-play games that they exist. I know a lot of people disagree with me, but like, how are they supposed to make money to keep going? I know people say, well, why don't they do this and why don't they do that? I'm saying I can understand why they go for that. I don't have to agree to understand. That's one thing. I don't have to agree to understand. Do I wish they took a different approach? Sure, but I can see why they did what they did. I don't have to agree with it. Personally, I think battle passes are just ways of keeping the player base in the game. That's it. I don't think that it really adds anything particularly amazing to the game. I just think it keeps the player base there. Like, in all honesty, it just keeps the player base playing. It's supposed to be for, like, you know, here's some free prizes and stuff, which, yeah, I definitely like that aspect of battle passes, you know, getting free stuff and getting things that you might not ever see again, or you might see it again. And I feel like trading posts in World of Warcraft is probably the best example of a well implemented battle pass. I know they don't see it as a battle pass. I know World of Warcraft fans don't see it as a battle pass. To me, it is a battle pass. It's just not paying for it. Not yet, at least. So yeah, for me, I was just like, oh, another battle pass, cool. Just to them, it's like, excuse me, this is not a battle pass. This is a way of life. No, this is a trading post. What are you talking about? But yeah, the same with this one. They have the seasons. The seasons are just a battle pass. I'm not gonna see it any other way, unfortunately. I hope people don't expect me to be all like, well, but I will eat my words if anyone proves me wrong. No, I don't. I've played this game long enough to go, it's a battle pass. One victory royale, gotta get the battle pass. Get down, get down. And that's just my opinion. It's a battle pass. It's interesting. It gives me free stuff, which is great. I like getting free stuff in a game. I also like being able to earn free stuff in a game. I don't know why. It makes me feel good. Makes me feel like I actually deservedly earned it. And that other people have to deservedly earn it too. So it's more exclusive. It's more exclusive. I also, you know, can see the argument for otherwise, but I don't particularly care what your opinion is. But no, I can see the argument for otherwise. I just don't particularly get why some people are like, oh, but this is a battle pass, but this isn't. They're both not great, battle pass or not, you know. For me, I like it. I like the seasons thing. I like the tasks. It gives me something to do, especially while I'm like in between episodes or stuff like that. It was nice. It was nice to just get stuff done. And as you can see, like, I've been doing these and they were fun. There's also things to do around the world and socials. They're achievements. So someone could argue that it's basically just an achievements, but with extra prizes. And I can see that argument. So I'm not like steadfast on the fact that this sucks and this sucks. I'm not that kind of person. But I do see where there could be more, you know, where there could be more added. Something just making it more enjoyable. I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm happy with it. I like that there are tasks. I like you get free stuff, and I don't like that it's like, oh, but if you get extra bonus of clearing it if you do the first bundle, and like that membership thing. Why is there a membership in a paid game? I'm pretty sure it's like free to play now, but I don't know. But still, in microtransactions, and you have membership, just and no one can say to me that, oh, the microtransactions aren't that bad. Oh, really? Shall we have a little look-see down at a certain section, shall we? Because yes, I agree with you. The bundles, great. The apparel, cool. Skins, camps, photo mode, yeah. Emotes, yeah. Icons. Utilities? You can repair things. You can scrap things. Get extra scraps. You can also get the lunchboxes, which gives you buffs. Perfect bubblegum, which you can feed you forever. Weight boosters. It is bad. It is bad. Oh, that's cute. Special loadout. Camp slot. Oh, you get next to it. Oh, that's it. But at the end of the day, it's bad. It is pay to win. And it's not like pay to win like extreme. It's not like extremely bad, but it still doesn't make it good. Still doesn't make it good. So yeah, I don't particularly like it. I don't like it. I don't think the microtransactions are well priced either, but you can earn the atoms. So that's one thing I will give them. You can earn the atoms, you don't have to buy them all the time. So if you can earn the currency that you buy, like the microtransaction currency, I'm a little bit softer on you, you know? But it's still pay to succeed, or whatever you want to call it. It's not the best, and I'm disappointed that that has become a common occurrence in video games. Not just theirs, but like just in general. And there's nothing we can do about it. It's not like it's gonna stop happening just because people get disappointed by it. It seems to be becoming a way of life right now, which, like, I'm not happy about it, but what are we going to do? Who are we going to call? Who are we going to report them to? There's all these questions, but, you know, and should we report it? Like, it is a tough one. But again, dislike the microtransactions. Not the biggest fan of the Battle Pass, but it's not awful. It's not awful, but it's not great. It's like the okay. It's in the middle. I wanted to quickly talk about the combat, weapons, armor, all that kind of stuff, crafting, that kind of thing, and yeah, just that in general. As I've always said, I think that armor is so easily broken. I think that weapons always feel very weak. I'm not the biggest fan of the combat. In fact, unless I find a weapon that does heaps amount of damage and I feel like a badass, I often find it just irritating. And I'm kind of more interested in looting. But again, like, it's a game that you have to fight in. So I don't know what to say. It's a game you have to fight in, so therefore, but like, it really is a game you have to fight in, so therefore the combat should be a little bit smoother, a little bit better. And I honestly felt like it was somewhat better in Fallout 4. I don't know if it's true, but I enjoyed it more in Fallout 4. The weapon type, though, is... I love the range in the weapon type. It is so much fun to hold a guitar or a weed whacker or this cool gun or like the Nuka-Cola pistol. That is pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. The armor I'm more and more confused about. I just feel like I'm never getting anything but power armor. So good, like, legendary normal armor is impossible to find, and it breaks so quickly that the fact that I can't repair my own armor pisses me off. You can't repair your own armor without microtransaction, like, currency, repair kits. I have to find if there is a way to make your own repair kits in game without having to buy them. There has to be. Like, otherwise, it is a really bad aspect of the game, and I'm really pissed off by it. Like, just breaking things constantly. My armor gets broken, like, once an event. One piece of armor gets broken once an event. So overall, the combat's pretty mid. Combat is pretty mid, and the armor system just not the greatest. But one thing I'll give them is the camps. The player housing, which we just did. The player housing's great. I have fun with it. I do find that often it's a little confusing when you're like trying to find certain items to build with, and you then have to go back to your camp to turn it off, so you're not like always finding and getting confused with what you need for your camp. I mean, that's a little irritating, but at the end of the day, it's an aspect of the game. I keep saying that. I'm trying to be as nice as possible. I don't like being negative with games, so I'm trying to be positive as possible, because this game is decent. I just feel like the small little issues, you know? So overall, I think the things that I like about this game, the story. Amazing story. Camps. Fun building camps. All kinds of sprays you can get. The events are so much fun and so dumb. Having heaps of people at the events really just, I don't know, ups the ante, makes me enjoy it even more. That's pretty much it. The expeditions are probably my least favorite thing. I just don't like them. I don't use them anymore. They're just not that fun. And doing it with people was kind of just a bit quiet. Was like, meh. They seem like they have a good enough story. I just wasn't able to keep up because A, I felt a bit weak, and B, my team was just so crazy. And when I wasn't doing it with a team, I just felt extremely weak, like I couldn't do it alone. It felt like a dungeon. So yeah, the expeditions are a no-no for me. The power armor, the social aspect, the people, the community, not giving up on it. I mean, those are all pluses. The negatives are definitely the breaking armor constantly and having to pay for it. Just the expeditions, people, how do I put this? People's attitude towards the game is a little bit off as well. Like, obviously, negative reception and stuff. Weapons not always feeling balanced. The leveling after level 50 just feeling a bit like, what's the point? Microtransactions, seasonal battle pass. I mean, they're all the negatives. I think we already know that, though. All in all, it could be worse. It could be better. But it could be worse. Also, I don't like that when, like, you see, they're like, oh, there's only 1 or 2 people in this event. Oh, we better not do that. I like this event. I think it's fun. I think I'd always probably, I'd probably say that I enjoyed Fallout 4 more because there was modding that can be added to Fallout 4. I think that's it. When it comes down to it, answering the question of what do I enjoy more, Fallout 4 or Fallout 76, I think the answer is definitely Fallout 4 because modding has just added so much to Fallout 4 and made it just so much more enjoyable, whereas Fallout 76 has no modding. And it's just made it hard to enjoy as much. So, I don't know. For me, I love Fallout 76. I like Fallout 76. I won't say love. I love Fallout 4. It's one of my favorite games. And I think that's mainly because the fans have babied it and created such amazing things in the mods and are making like California and Miami or New York or whatever. All those different types of updates, which just looks amazing. And Fallout 76 is sitting there. I'm crossing fingers for Fallout 5. I think that's it. Sorry for such a serious episode. This episode will not be added to the playthrough video, which will have every single episode all matched up. I hope that it will fit together. If it doesn't, then we'll make a two-part video. But either way, guys, I do want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for becoming your friendly neighborhood noob. I know this was very much like a vlog style video, almost like most me speaking my piece rather than actually like giving examples and showing you them and all that kind of stuff. I just wanted to get stuff off my chest and talk about it before we just close the chapter, close the books. We just did 31 episodes on this thing, and yeah, it's hard not to just have an episode to talk about it. Whether or not I would advise people to play it, the answer is yes, I would. If you like this kind of game, go play the game. It's fun. You like Fallout, you'll probably enjoy this either way. But just remember not to have high expectations for the game and not to expect it to be a certain type of game. This is just a exactly what they sold it as, an MMO with RPG elements. This is Fallout in that lens. So as I said, don't expect it to be anything more or anything less. But yes, thank you so much, and let's go into the outro. Well, guys, we have come to the end. That's right, we've come to the end. And honestly, I've had so much fun. So much fun. And I think it's not brave anymore to say that Fallout 76 is a good game. It's not perfect, it's not amazing, but it's good. It's good. I enjoy it. I have a lot of fun in it. And I cannot wait till they add new things, new content, just all over the place, you know, just adding little bits and pieces there. And yeah, I really hope that everyone who plays this enjoys. I find myself going back to it even when I'm not recording it, so I feel like that's a good sign, personally. I feel like that's a good sign. But either way, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with all your friends. Don't forget to eat spaghetti, and I will see you in the next Fallout 76 video or next series. Bye!